FAU week, huge week, another tough conference opponent that I know they're going to be fired up, ready to play us. And it's the time of year, we're down the stretch that, it's a playoff mentality. And I know our guys will be fired up as well, and just looking forward to coming back home and being in front of our home crowd, and hopefully our fans will show up. And I know they always do a great job of supporting us, but really need them this week, and just looking forward to a great game this week. With that said, questions?
I know you always say focus on the next one, but realistically, if you want to complete your goals, you're going to have to win these next two. Probably the two teams that have given you the most trouble, or the program the most trouble in recent years. What's it going to take to try to turn the tides? And these games that some of them have been close, like FAU last year, Marshall 2 years ago.
Just playing good football like we've been playing, and making sure we do all that we can do to go win the game. And just comes down to all the things you talk about every week. We got to play great defense and get off the field defensively, and give our offense the opportunities to get on the field, and then we got to go score offensively, take care of the football. FAU is a very explosive team. They got a lot of really good skilled players, really good team, and so it's going to take everything we got to go win this game. But, to answer your question, it's just, taking care of our business and controlling what we need to control.
Watching film, I guess, what did you see after a dominant performance that, maybe you could get better at? And what are the things that you'd like to maybe?
Well, turnovers in last game weren't good, and, Bailey had an interception. We put 2 balls on the ground, Those are things that when you play good teams like FAU, you don't need to do that. Every possession is going to be precious. So definitely got to correct that. Thought Rice had some good drives going. We were able to stop them. We did create turnovers defensively, but got to get off the field on third down. But all those things add up to winning games, and we got to make sure when we play FAU, we take care of those things.
Coach, it's the last home game, and going back to the first game of the season, we said that Western offense was a lot of game. Being the last home game, and this is such a great year with Zach and Stearns, are you guys going to try to put on a little show for the fans? This is the last time we got to
Well, hopefully they just do what they do, and that's a good enough show. I really think, Bailey and Jareth and all the offense has done a fantastic job all year of putting points on the board and giving us an opportunity to go win the games that we need to win. And, I don't think anything will be different this week. I think those guys will go out there and give us an opportunity to go win the game. Again, I'll say it, FAU is a good football team, and they got a really good offense, and, their defense is really good. They got probably one of the best red zone defenses in the country. So there's a lot of challenges there for us offensively, and so, we're going to need to be hitting on all cylinders to go win this game offensively.
Coach, I know you don't focus a lot on other coaches, but of course, Blake Taggart is the head coach for FAU. This must be a really big deal for him coming back to Bowling Green. What are you expecting for him? Maybe a little extra motivation coming back?
Well, Willie, Coach Taggart is a great coach. He's done a fantastic job everywhere he's been. He helped put this place on the map, in my opinion. I was one of the coaches that probably was able to reap some of the talent that he had left here when he left. I know Coach Petrino was here, but we played with some really good players here. And sure, we added our own talented players, but Coach Taggart is a very, very good coach, and he's going to have his team ready to play. None of that really matters. The players are what makes the difference. As coaches, we prepare them during the week and get them ready to go, and then when they hit the field, that's really all on them. But I'm sure it'll be neat for Coach Taggart to come back to this place, because this is a special place that he helped have success here. So, and it'll be good to see him as well.
I know we talked a lot about it towards the tail end of last year, but the extra COVID year that everybody gets, kind of makes things unclear about who might come back. Normally when they would have been gone, this would have been their final year. Have any of those, discussions taken place at this point, or?
No, we haven't had really. I'll save all those discussions at the end of the season. Right now we're just focused on winning the games and trying to control our destiny and making sure, we try to do all we can do to make that championship run. And then when that's all said and done, I'll sit down with each player individually and see, you know, what their future holds for them and what they're thinking. But right now we're just focused on FAU.
You know, FAU's coming off of two consecutive losses. You know, how dangerous is a team that, you know, they're still in the hunt for the Conference USA East? How dangerous is a team coming off 2 losses? And also mentioned Willie being back. I guess, you know, how dangerous is that team coming off those 2 losses?
Well, you know, again, they're a really talented team, and you know, this conference every week is you just don't know what's going to happen. So we got to control what we can control, and we control our play, we control our attitude, we control how well we play, and you know, we're in competition with ourselves just as much as we are with the opponent. And if we can control the things that we need to control, I think we'll be in a good place. But FAU is just as good as we are, just as talented as we are. They're going to be hungry and they're going to want to win, you know, and I expect that this is going to be a 4th quarter game all the way down the stretch. And, you know, so I think our guys know that. You know, I think they know FAU's a good football team, and they still have a lot of goals and they're still trying to be in the running. So, you know, we just got to control what we can control, and if we take care of our business, we'll be fine.
You know, with so many new pieces on both teams, is there anything that you can take away from, you know, last year's game, kind of an ugly meeting with a hurricane rolling in?
Well, you know, it was a defensive battle all the way, you know, and really at the end of the game, they found some things that worked for them, and they brought in the new quarterback, and, you know, he did a really good job, and they got a really good offensive scheme, and it makes it hard on a defense. You know, anytime you got a mobile quarterback that can run and throw, that's a tough day at the park, you know, defensively. So, you know, I remember back to that game that, you know, it was just a big defensive battle, and you know, defense wins championships, and at the end of the day, we just want to win the game. So it doesn't matter what the score is at the end of the game, just win the game. So, and they found a way last year to do that, and we need to find a way this year to make it happen in our favor.
Now, Jared, he was named semi-finalist for the Final Four. I mean, can you just talk about how much work he's put in and just how this has paid off for him?
Yeah, just really proud of Jared Stearns, and that's a great honor. And, you know, he's really starting to reap the benefits of all the time and effort that he's put in, and he's done so much for us this season. And, you know, I'm going to enjoy watching all these games down the stretch, and you know, and to see where he finishes statistically. You know, I mean, gosh, he's still got several games to go, and he's, you know, putting together an unbelievable season. So just really proud of him, and you know, in his focus and his work ethic and his attitude every week. And, you know, those guys are hard to find. You know, you can check every box with him. And so just, you know, he and if you talk to Jareth, it's, you know, I'm sure he's happy to get that honor, but that's not on his mind. It's trying to go win a championship. And then, you know, we always say here, team success equals individual success. And I'm a firm believer in that. And as long as we keep having team success, it's going to be really neat to see at the end of the year all these awards.
You know, Corey Munson a lot of times doesn't give teams a chance to return a ball, but when they do, he's usually one of the first ones down there to try to deliver a hit.
Yeah.
You know, with a guy like that doing that, I guess as a coach, what are you thinking? It seems like he fires your guys out.
It does. I mean, he's our best coverage guy on the kickoff. I give our kickoff coverage team a hard time. I said, not only does he have to kick the ball, he outruns everybody. He's the first one down there, and he makes the tackle, you know. So it's good for our kick coverage team, because you kind of like got to motivate them to say, okay, we can't let the kicker outdo us here. So, but man, in Corey last week, you know, he had a little bit of an injury, not anything that kept him obviously from out of the game, but he got a lot of rest. And so we were joking with him about, man, we just need to rest you every week, because come game time you were ferocious. So, but he definitely had a great game. That was really cool to see.
You know, in terms of injuries and availability after Saturday, how do you guys look?
Good. Everybody we need that we've been with, and I haven't. You know, we had the normal bumps and bruises, like I always say, and I'll get later today the kind of the injury report for Tuesday practice, but I suspect we'll have everybody there